This is the Aurzen Zip Trifold Ultra Portable Projector. The Zip series, your flex to life. This is like £470, is it? Okay, so it's not a cheap little beast, is it? But I guess this is the type of projector that they include on smartphones, some companies now as well, some sort of outdoor, rugged smartphone companies that are out there, which I really like those companies, but I like their style, I like the focus on outdoors. I mean, they're often used for people in work. Yeah, I'm interested in this. We have one of their projectors next door, which they sent to me before. And of course, kind thanks to all these companies for sending these things out for review. That's nice, that's a nice unboxing scenario, isn't it? Oh, I wasn't expecting, oh, there's a very zip and Z motif there, isn't there? That is a very compact little guy, isn't it? Okay, so I guess we get USB-C cable, of course, and it is a C to C. Some information. Do not attempt to fully flatten the zip, as exceeding these angles may result in irreversible damage. So the maximum is 90 degrees there. That's quite cute, isn't it? Don't fully flatten it. Ooh, cool. I've got the dark gray. There's a gold as well. DLP projector, it says. Which what that means exactly. One-click connection without Wi-Fi. Okay. Accessory free, zero lag autofocus, time of flight precision, 1.5 hours of entertainment, fast USB-C recharge. Weighs the same as your phone, but it's half the size, so they're saying it's kind of like, okay. I think it's heavier than a phone, to be honest, but yeah, it's not too bad. Focus on the good stuff. Well, that's what we're all doing here, isn't it? On the Kitbets Masters YouTube channel, back up and running. There's a little switch there with bright and dark. Maybe that means like, make it brighter when you're in an outdoor setting. I don't know if it's going to have any power on it. Is that the on button? Yeah, it's got light there. Got some buttons on the top. Oh, it's already projecting. Okay, that's not too bad, is it? Let's go ahead and just got little buttons on there for connecting. Hasn't done the auto keystoning yet, but it's you can't really see very well on the video, but it is focused because the video is focused on me, the camera's focused on me rather than it. It is focused. That seems to be doing what it says it is. The resolution is 720. The brightness is 100 lumen. So that's not what we often use for brightness. We use nits for brightness often. And there we go. So it's telling us how to do screen mirroring and stuff like that. So I'm just going to leave it there. I can tell you that, yeah, it's bright enough to see in my room at the minute, which is quite bright. It looks quite sharp for 720p, looks pretty sharp as well. So that's obviously basic HD, not full HD. The fan noise levels, it says, are between 35 decibels and 28. I can hear the fan myself. Can you hear it on the live stream? Yeah, okay. I don't know whether I can just put my phone into it and get display out, because that would be an obvious kind of use case, would be just to go straight in with a USB-C cable from your phone. Oh, it says just go ahead and go screencast, so do wireless streaming. But I kind of feel like USB-C would be the simplest way to do it. Standard adapter it asks for. No, so it's asking me to do it wirelessly. I'm pretty positive about that. That seems to be quite a good little device. Getting quite hot. It's auto rotate there as well, so you could actually stream vertically, although you wouldn't be able to stand it up vertically, I don't think. So you could just sit it like that, I suppose. Yeah, cool. That's pretty neat. So, to be continued with the Aurzen, how do you reckon you say that? Aurzen Zip. Thanks very much to them. Yeah, here it is. But I put it in this category because it's kind of like very, very ultra mobile. This is the X4, I think it's called. So what I'm also interested in is how is that compared to the bigger projector? Let's see if it could actually be used in a living room situation. So here you can see it next to the other Aurzen projector we've got. I think this one's called Aurzen Boom. And yeah, you can see it's a much smaller affair than this thing with its big old bulb. Yeah, I'll compare that in just a moment. Of course, it doesn't have the size of speakers, although for just YouTube videos, that was reasonably listenable too. It's not great, obviously, so don't get me wrong. And we tend to even connect this up to our speaker system as well, our home cinema speaker system, if we want to use this. But it is actually usable, but you're at the mercy of the inverse square law, as you'll see in a moment. Because at this distance, you can see it's just not bright enough. So it is for when you're closer to it, I think, rather than when you're further away. That's its normal brightness though. It does have that extra brightness mode, and you can see it's even keystoned well at that distance. That's okay, but now it's actually, this little fan in it is too loud really. I think I can see some banding on the screen of my camera and probably on the video, but I can't see that banding in real life. So just be aware that's an artifact of the video, not actually what's going on. You can also see the pixelation at this scale, and that is because of the resolution is just 720p rather than higher than that. So yeah, not bright enough really for big screen viewing, although in pitch darkness that would be all right, I suppose. It's more of a personal 1 or 2 people projector rather than a big screen viewer like this. I'm pretty impressed with it though. Powering up the main event as it were though, this is the larger Aurzen boom. Got a review of this one on my channel as well. You can see it, auto keystones also, and auto focuses, cool. So that looks a lot better, doesn't it? It sounds a lot better as well.
Very, very ultra mobile.
A bigger sound.
One thing that I really like about it is I've never actually charged this. Like it's still, I don't even know how much it's got.
And a brighter screen as well. And also, of course, you have options like HDMI ports and things like that on the bigger guy. So no contest for this use, but for personal use, I think the Aurzen Mini is quite a fun little thing. I really quite like this, and I've enjoyed using it for the past few days. There's just 2 things that I think are going to stop this from being a really compelling product for most people. The first thing's its price. This is a sort of £400 projector really, and sure, it works really quite well. It's really easy to cast to it, and you can cast in several different ways. You can cast just with an iPhone, a Mac, from screen mirroring, an Android phone, just as long as it's got Miracast, it will go and find the zip straight away. I have found that auto keystoning generally is pretty good. I didn't seem to be doing much just there. I think you just need to be able to give it a little bit more of a helping hand and get it roughly level, and it often does keystone pretty well. So I just want to show you it against the normal wall, and hopefully we can see it doing its auto keystoning here. So it works just fine in this kind of environment. Let's get it right in view. There we go, pretty good. And this is the type of time that I would suggest it would be good to use. Something like this, early evening, film night, that type of thing. Is it when it moves, I wonder? Yeah, there we are. You must have some kind of accelerometer that knows, oh, I've been moved. I better have a go at keystoning. Yeah, that's quite good really, isn't it? And that incidentally is its normal brightness. The high brightness mode is that one. And it is true, it will produce noticeable noise. The other thing is the battery life. So I think that for the main use case I can think of this, which is you're traveling, possibly camping, then I think that this would be a really good idea to be able to project maybe on the side of your tent. I think potentially just setting up a cozy little cinema session, maybe for a kid in a kid's room or something. I think it's a fun little device, but at the stated 1.5 hours of battery time, well, that's basically less than most movies. So you're going to need to also carry yourself some kind of battery pack as well to keep it juiced up whilst it's working. At least it will still work whilst it's plugged in. There we go, that's got it. So for some reason it hadn't made a sort of code, and therefore it wasn't visible to other devices. There we are, that's working again and working just fine. And sure, you could use YouTube. What's your favorite YouTuber?
ePaper color. Yeah, let's do it. I've been looking at the Viwoods ePaper reader.
And then the next thing, which again might be a little bit disappointing, is it does have a brighter mode, but you can hear that really kicks up the fan noise. And that fan noise is now louder than the speakers that are built into it. So I think you'll be wanting to have some other way of listening to it. Certainly if you wanted to run it with the brighter fan noise or have anything approaching a sort of serious cinema session, I think possibly stick with your earbuds really there. So it's a kind of personal device in that respect then. Let's try casting to it from Windows. Connect to a wireless display. I might have to disconnect this one first. Oh, there we go. So both of them have now got option to connect by Windows K. There we are. And I've now got it extended just fine from my laptop. So I think it's pretty cool. I do think though, for a fun thing that you might use once every now and then, almost 400 quid is quite a steep ask really. Yeah, they put it quite well here. 1.5 hours of joy with one full charge. So it's 1.5 hours of enjoying projecting and then you're done basically. So if you can either power it externally or you've got something that you want to watch for far less than 1.5 hours, then yeah, a fun thing. Thanks very much to Aurzen for sending that out for review. It's plenty hot as well.